All right, welcome on in. We are playing Doom: The Dark Ages. Welcome in to those joining now, or those who happen to be watching later on. Honestly, there isn't anything I need to mention as far as news for the stream. Now, today we are playing Doom: The Dark Ages on here. And later on we will be playing Bully. I was supposed to start Bully last week. However, YouTube stream and finishing up Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways, which is agony, took longer than expected, and I had to be in bed because I wake up early for work. So, we will be starting Bully today on Twitch. Guaranteed. We're starting it today. I hope I don't have any previous save data on Bully. If so, I will delete it, because even if I do, it's not that far. Oh shit, what's this? Huh. They added an arena mode. That's really cool. We might have to check that out later. But now if you guys have not played Doom at all, it is a very fun, fast-paced shooter, and it's basically shoot and listen to metal. That's pretty much the premise of Doom, which it wasn't the original premise, because the guy who came up with the idea wanted something a lot more story-driven and with kind of a horror tone. But when he and the others at id Software were working on the original Doom, everyone kept applying changes to his idea, stuff like that, and it got to a point where he didn't even recognize his idea anymore, so he left the company. Truth be told, I can't even blame him. You know? Honestly, when it comes to ideas like that, personally, I think the person who came up with the idea should have most of the say. But that's the negative side of working for a company. You know, bonus side is you get the funding to make the games. Negative side is you're not the one in control. So it's a real trade-off. You know, you get some, you lose some, you know? And it's the same with a lot of different series. Like, one of my favorite series is I love it because it's so artistic. But American McGee's Alice and Alice Madness Returns, super artistic games. I absolutely fucking love them. Let me tell you. But you sit there and look at what's happening with American McGee and the Alice series. He has such great ideas, and he's ready to make a third game. However, EA is the one who owns the property, and they are basically saying, nah, we're not going to allow this. You know, we are not greenlighting the project. Which sucks, because, you know, it is such an artistic and great series. I wish that the original game came out on PS2, because it was originally planned to come out on PS2 as well. They were planning on releasing a PS2 version, but it never wound up happening. Or swap to the shotgun for now. Ooh, that's the super shotgun. Just combat shotgun.
Why would they hide this from us? The Makers didn't know it was here. Hold your position.
Welcome on in. We're playing Doom: The Dark Ages. Gotta say, I love the environments in this. I should probably go pick up some healing items and stuff. Ah. Well, that guy looks ugly. Oh. Hello. Oh. Bro. Run, 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 run. Ah, fuck. Damn. Load from last checkpoint. It's probably gonna start me at the boss fight. Yep. Ah, I can't skip the cutscene. Oh. Also, this is one of the most customizable Doom experiences because you can customize your difficulty, parry windows, stuff like that. So basically, you can play this however you want. If you want it to be just easy and fun, you can sit there and make it that way. If you want it to be a more challenging experience, you can make it that way as well. Ah, fuck. Oh, looks like something of mine was shipped. Oh, awesome. Sorry, I just got paid and I've been working on a Christmas gift for my best friend. I'm getting him a bunch of things. Oh, shit. Okay, so I hold X to skip. I think my main issue here is the fact that I don't have much armor. And so I'm taking more damage. Oh, how the fuck did he reach that far? Ow. I will say, it's not as good movement-wise as something like Doom Eternal, which I've seen, and it has some really good movement. But overall, it is a really fun experience. Not letting that distance trick me again. Oh, where? Fuck. Didn't see that tail coming. I tried to parry it, but parry was unsuccessful. Oof. Okay. I will say, though, this boss music kind of sucks. Maybe I don't know, maybe a change in weapon will sit there and be more effective against him. Fucking hell. I need help. I hate how far he reaches with that. Oh, thank you. I needed that help. Oh, fuck. Thank you. Oh, fuck. Okay. We're gonna use this. Ah.
We found a control switch.
What happened to the music, though? Where's the metal? Come on, guys. I'm gonna see if there's any more healing items in the area before we move on. God, this ammo spread all throughout, but where's the healing items, guys? I'm at critical health here. And they didn't even give me any fodder enemies to slaughter for health. Which is a little unusual for a Doom fight. Or at least I think it is. Because most of the fights, most of the boss fights that I remember, they had fodder enemies throughout. But has been a bit since I played this, so could just be my memory. Okay. We're good on those. What are these? Money. Thought that was one of the things that I have to shield bash. Not Captain America this shit. I am Captain America. But cooler. Alright.
The Church wants the Creed and Thera safely returned, and they're willing to help. According to the Makers, inside this tomb is a deity that will lead you to their location. The Bishop's ministry has asked that the Slayer alone take this mission. They trust no one else. I cannot disobey the Church, but will be on alert.
The entire structure was built just to keep this creature in stasis. We need to wake it up. Makers have given us directions.
Targets identified. Locking coordinates.
There we go. Now the music's picking up. Don't know if it'll reach the level of peak that it was earlier in the game, but hopefully. Oh, do I still? Oh, okay. So I still have to go down in here. What in the fuck? Huh. I can break these? Oh. Here. Literally told you like 8 times to finish him off. But okay. Oh, can I just move on? Well. Oh! Ah, fucking hate that. That guy has an impenetrable shield. Ah. Bro, his armor's glowing. Why wasn't it shattering? Come on. They're trying to fuck me. Anyway. I'm gonna switch to the rocket launcher. What the fuck? Why did his little projectiles slow down? I don't remember his projectiles ever slowing down like that. And why is it those little guys are doing so much damage? Might be because they're charged or some shit, because I don't remember these guys ever being blue. Oh, it might be because of the parry or some shit. I don't fucking know. Oh! There was another one of those. Welcome on in. We're playing Doom the Dark Ages. If you intend on commenting on the fact that I'm dying a lot, yes or no? Bro decided he wanted to be on me. Okay, I am being torn to shreds over here. What the fuck? What is tearing me to shreds? It's definitely not this guy. I need to find what is tearing me to shreds. Okay, so I've already... Fuck, it's those guys. I don't know what it is, but those guys are doing more damage in the for some reason. Well, at least I know who to target now. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna search the area, see if there's another one of those. Up. There's one. Oh, fuck. Okay, we've got over 100 health. We should be fine now. Ah! Another one of these. Fuck off.
Vital signs rising.
All right. Looks like we're good to go. What we have? Okay. Okay, my phone just slipped off. That's how I'm on it. That's how I keep an eye out on, or keep an eye on chat. All right. What the hell? What the hell? Okay. Restart from checkpoint, because I don't know. Something happened. Okay, there we go. Now the game's acting normal. Ah. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Now it's bugging again. What the fuck? We acting normal? I mean, the shield's a little delayed. Oh, fuck. What is up with this? Is it just a challenge to get fucked? Because for a little bit, everything felt so delayed. And I mean it when I say everything. What's up here? Oh. things still feel a little delayed. Ah, now, what the hell? Is it just this area? What the fuck, Nuggets? No, we are not going to use... What the hell? Now this is a single player game. Anything I'm downloading shouldn't be affecting the performance in my game. So what the fuck is going on? Like, legit, everything was feeling delayed. Movement, looking, especially blocking / parrying. I'm sorry, something as important like that, I kind of need it to be on point, you know? Ooh. Okay. We're not delaying yet. Everything's going good for now. Okay. That one was 100% me. But what the fuck? I hope it's gone. And it's back. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, we're back to normal. Ish. It still feels like there's a little delay. Okay, now it feels smooth. And it's back to feeling like there's a little delay. Is it the amount of enemies on screen or some shit? Because, like, that's pretty much the only thing that I can think of that might be, you know, causing this. No. Okay. Legit. What the fuck is going on? I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm not that good at the game. But I know I'm not that bad. Like... But, yeah, I can't play when there's that much of a delay on every single input. So, we might have to just... I don't know. Because I do want to finish this, but I can't sit there and finish it with a bug like this. For a visual bug hell, even a crash. You know, a crash I can tank. You know, I can sit there and restart stream and continue as if nothing happened. But something like this, I'm sorry. This is literally... Now, I know that there are some people who will be like, oh, well, I can sit there and beat the game with input lag. Great, thanks for the input, but that's not fixing the input lag. You know, you can beat it with input lag. I can't. So, I don't know, maybe we'll try that new mode they added. But as far as actual game progress, we're right now cock-blocked. Which sucks, because I genuinely was enjoying the game. And we were a little over halfway through it. But we can't sit there and get through it with a bug like that. Oh, wait, jukebox? Oh, that's cool. Are these all the different tracks that'll play throughout this mode? And I don't know if this is a new bug or if this is a bug that's existed, but I'm pretty sure my friend would have mentioned it in this section if he ran into it. But that's the type of bug that makes it to where I can't progress. Okay, give me a sec. So, I've been dealing with music files for a little over a month now. Just ripping music, sitting there, applying art, labeling everything. Because whenever you rip CDs and stuff offline, it doesn't sit there and pull things like track names, album name, album artist, genre, anything like that. Anything that would be ripped off the CD like normally. Just won't pull while you're not connected to the internet. Unless you got the MP3 files online. For example, there were a few albums that I bought online, like You Can't Kill Us by Icon for Hire, and A Lesson in Romantics by Mayday Parade. Good albums, by the way. If you guys haven't heard those albums, highly recommend them, especially if you like rock and pop rock. But things like that will pull. Now I have some where I got the MP3 files where, like, for example, there were some no copyright music that I installed. A lot of it, actually. I have and none of the information was pre-filled out. So I had to fill out that information myself. Thing with those is with a lot of them, it's hard to sit there and distinguish this is supposed to be the title of the no copyrights track. This is the artist name, and it's all usually it's all in the file name. But sometimes it's difficult to distinguish that, so I just all the no copyright music I have labeled under various wonderful artists, and I created essentially albums based on the type of music and one variety album. But if I can't distinguish what is the track name and artist name, I'll just sit there and leave a track name, whether it happens to be the artist name or it's the actual track name within the file, delete everything else, and just have the artist labeled various wonderful artists. All my various wonderful artists, quote unquote, music, it's all no copyright. But let me just highlight, because it's all on my computer, okay? Let me just select all my songs and tell you exactly how many songs I have currently. 14,233 songs. Okay, that is a lot of music. And I've been dealing with music over the course of like a month and a half now. But let me go ahead and eject this SD card from my brother. I'll go ahead and give it to him. And he can pop it in his Anbernic. Because he didn't want it on his phone, he wanted it on a separate device. Essentially a device that he can use for a completely separate purpose, but still have music on it to essentially use as an MP3 player. But give me one moment. Oh, fuck. I didn't realize I was talking this whole time. To find out I was muted. So. To reply to you, Gary, Silent Hill 2 is an amazing game. Honestly, I personally think the remake is better than the original. I absolutely love Silent Hill as a series, and it has such amazing music. Whenever you get a chance, listen to the soundtrack for Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill 4, and Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Those three, in my opinion, have the best soundtracks. And speaking of soundtracks, I just sat there and copied all my music from my computer, because I've been dealing with music for about a month and a half. And he didn't want it on his phone because his phone doesn't allow for an SD card slot. So I put it all on an SD card, and he now has all of that music on his Anbernic RG 40XXH. And it has a great, well, I don't know if I'd say great, because most of it is video game music, honestly. But it's got things like the Lollipop Chainsaw soundtrack. 3 different copies of it, because it's got the original, the album, which is mainly licensed music, and the Repop soundtrack. It's got, I don't know if it's all of the Silent Hill soundtracks, but 90% of the Silent Hill soundtracks, if not all of them. It's got Five Finger Death Punch. It's got Kendrick Lamar. It's got all sorts of music on it because it all came from my laptop. So he's glad to have it on his Anbernic so that way it doesn't take space on his phone. But legit, I've been dealing with you made it to the hotel. I'm still in the prison. Let me tell you, this Silent Hill 2 is one of those games that I always recommend people play at least twice. Once for the scares, and then the second time to understand the symbolism behind everything. Because one thing about Silent Hill, or how Silent Hill is supposed to be, nothing is skin deep. Everything has a deeper meaning. And I just really like that. It is very artistic. Even Pyramid Head has a deep meaning behind him. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, this is a customizable mode? Fuck it. Oh. Oh, you made it to the part where you watch the little spicy tape that James and his wife made together. Oh, no. You said it. You're in the Blue Heaven Motel. Okay, so you're in the other world. This is your first time in the other world. Okay. Okay, that makes so much more sense. Okay. I will say, peak game right there. So if it weren't for Astrobot, Silent Hill 2 Remake would have been my personal game of the year. Ah, what the fuck? We're back to dealing with... Okay, not anymore. Nope, never mind. We're dealing with input lag. What the fuck? I literally can't play like this. This would be a fun mode if it weren't for the fucking input lag. I'm genuinely surprised I managed to parry that with this lag. Are we back to normal? Okay. Looks like it's back to normal. Okay, in a way, yes. However, where they differ is the type of horror that they are based off of. Silent Hill is based off of a more in-your-head horror. Resident Evil is a more in-your-face horror. So they are similar, but they are not the same. Now, Resident Evil did adopt a little bit of psychological horror in Resident Evil 8, but for the most part, they are still a more in-your-face horror, at least when they are horror. Then you've got games like 4, 5, 6, and 8, where horror is completely a thing of the past. And things are... We're suffering from a little bit of input lag. How is it a story game has this much input lag? Like, an online game I can understand. You're having to rely on a connection to servers. But this? There's no excuse for a story game to have input lag. Especially one that is backed by Xbox, because Xbox is a massive company. Come on. I'll admit, I called it back manually, but because there really wasn't a whole lot of space in between me and the enemy, it wound up coming back on its own, and wound up chucking it twice. No, he doesn't chase you yet. And even when he does chase you, it's not in the same way that Mr. X does or Nemesis does. And what the fuck? What is up with this? Well, it's getting not as bad. Okay, there we go. I think we're back to normal. Yeah, we are. I've been dealing with input lag in this game in one level, and it's cock-blocked me from beating the game. So honestly, we might just end up skipping the Dark Ages, which sucks because I have been enjoying it. I'm not good at it, but I've been enjoying it. But, you know, I can't exactly beat a game with an input lag bug like that. Especially one like Doom. No, not to my knowledge. Basically, anytime Pyramid Head comes out, it's in a cutscene or a short gameplay segment. There will be points where you have to run from him, but for the most part, there won't be points where you have to hide from him. All I will say is that there is a lore reason why. Because it's not like Resident Evil, where Mr. X had a purpose trying to kill you. Pyramid Head isn't trying to kill you. That's not his purpose. Fuck, and it's back. Okay, we're normal. But yeah, there is an actual reason why Pyramid Head exists, and a purpose behind what he's doing. I don't want to sit there and say too much, because if I get into talking about it, I'm guaranteed to spoil it. But there is a reason why he chases you. There's a reason why he chases you and he fights you. But if I explain it, then I kind of spoil the story. All I'll say is you're definitely no Leon Kennedy. There's also a reason behind Pyramid Head's design as well. Well, Blooper Team's next remake will actually be Silent Hill 1. So, the thing about Silent Hill is the main 4 Silent Hill games, okay? So, 2 and 4 are self-isolated. You could pretty much play them and not need to know anything about the main overarching story. Silent Hill 1 and 3 are about a cult. Well, damn. So that's actually the reason why they didn't go in chronological order. Because, you know, if they went in chronological order, they'd have to start with 1, go to 2, which is completely self-isolated and has nothing to do with the overall story. And then go back to the overall story. Hi. So they started off with 2, and then they're going to remake 1, and then likely 3. And no clue whether or not there's any intention at all of remaking 4. But I hope they do, because 4 is interesting. And it does kind of connect to 2, but not really. It is still very self-isolated. But the enemy is mentioned in 2. Which is, well, I could mention it, but maybe I shouldn't, in case they do remake it. But if they do remake it, it'll be a while before that happens. Ah, fucking... Yes, he can die. In fact, you get to see how he dies. All I'll say is it's not you that kills him. And in the story, it was never meant to be you that kills him. Oh yeah, it's really good. Like, personally, I'd say it's the best remake of all time. Now, the puzzles can be hard depending on what difficulty you choose. But overall, it's not that hard. It is really dark though, so the only reason why I haven't beaten it yet is because I was playing it at work, and once you get into the prison, it's super hard to see. So it's best to play in a dark room, so it's easier to see the game. But very good game. Top tier, personally. And if you get the chance, listen to the soundtracks for 3, 4, and Shattered Memories. Trust me, you will not regret it. It is... Akira Yamaoka makes great music. Okay, so the puzzles shouldn't be too hard. I will say, I was stuck on one puzzle. So, here's my rule with puzzles whenever I play a game. I will play it completely blind. I won't look up the answers to any puzzles unless I am stuck on a puzzle for like 20 minutes. If I'm stuck on it for like 20 minutes, then I will look it up, but I won't look for the answer. I'll look it up, read about it for a hint, and close it out and see if after I have essentially a hint, if I can figure it out on my own. If I still can't figure it out, then I will just look at the answer. There was one puzzle that I sat there and was stuck on, and mind you, I was on light difficulty. In the Otherworld Hospital section, and I look it up for a hint, and once I start reading it, I felt like such an idiot because I was overthinking it. I was thinking, so you have like 3 hospital bands, and you've got to arrange them in a certain way on a mannequin arm, okay? I was thinking how you arrange them will be determined by what the patient was going through. So I was reading the patient files and the hint to try to figure it out. Just to find out that the entire time you were just supposed to match the pattern. That was it. I felt like such an idiot, because I was sitting there thinking so hard about it, thinking it was way more complicated than it was. Which, to be fair, on higher difficulties, it might be like that, you know? It might be super complicated puzzles, but I know Silent Hill is known for its difficult and elaborate puzzles. So I was thinking difficult and elaborate. I will be completely honest. But it is a very fun game. What's the combat difficulty you have? What's the combat difficulty you have it on? Because it has two different difficulty settings, combat and puzzle. Now, because I was playing it at work, I had it on light, so that way I could sit there and mainly focus on my work. You know, if a truck pulls up, I can deal with them immediately. But I had the puzzle difficulty on light as well. You know, for a sec I forgot that I chose Infinite for this. I am Captain America. Will say I'm liking this mode. I'm not liking the input lag bug. But other than dealing with it in a couple of sections on here, in the alternate mode, it's not too bad. It's worse in the story because it's... Oh yeah, Silent Hill 2 Remake is top tier. I will not argue with anyone about that. Hell, if it weren't for Astrobot, it would have been my personal game of the year for last year. Because it is such a top tier game. But I highly recommend if you have like a PS3, try out some of the other Silent Hill games. And if you have an Anbernic emulation device like the 556, 505, 557, anything that can play up to PSP or PS2. And you could do it on your phone too, depending on what emulators you have on your phone and stuff. Play Silent Hill 1 and Shattered Memories, especially if you're okay with dealing with the older mechanics. Because they're a little janky to play by modern standards, but they are still a fun time. Alright, we just died. Honestly, whew, I gotta say, top tier mode, but that one bug does diminish the experience. Those are some good platinums. I don't know about the Quarry, so I can't judge it. But Resident Evil 7 looks to be the most challenging platinum, from what I can tell. Now, the Quarry might be a super difficult platinum, but I don't know, because I know nothing about it. Resident Evil, Silent Hill 2's platinum isn't too hard, especially if you pre-plan things out and have a special save ready. But honestly, super fun. I recommend, being that this is a game you'll have to do multiple playthroughs of anyway, just play your first playthrough blind, because that's the best way to do it. And have fun at the Lakeview Hotel and the prison. That's all I can say. But as much as I hate to do it, I may have to drop fucking Doom the Dark Ages, because we're literally at a roadblock because of a input lag bug, or I assume it's a bug, but the input lag is so awful in that one level, which I'm on level 14, that I literally can't get through it. And that really sucks. But I think I am going to call it here. Gonna eat something. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will be on Twitch in a little bit, in a little while, playing Bully. So, if you're looking forward to seeing that, definitely join. I'll see you later, Gary. And to anyone joining now or later, have a fantastic day.